If you're over 60 and your legs feel weak, heavy, or unsteady, this may not be normal aging. And if you're experiencing numbness, tingling, or burning in your feet, there could be a silent vitamin deficiency behind it. Many seniors are low in vitamin B1, also known as thiamine, and most don't realize it until nerve problems begin. Today, I'll explain why vitamin B1 deficiency is so common in older adults, the early warning signs people ignore, and why catching it early can make a real difference. Vitamin B1, also known as thiamine, is one of the most overlooked nutrients in older adults. Yet it plays a critical role in nerve function, muscle strength, and energy production areas that commonly decline with age. One major reason seniors become deficient in vitamin B1 is reduced absorption. As we age, the digestive system becomes less efficient, the stomach produces less acid, and the small intestine absorbs nutrients more slowly. Even if a senior eats foods containing vitamin B1, the body may not absorb enough to meet its needs. Another key factor is diet. Many older adults eat smaller portions or follow restricted diets due to appetite changes, dental issues, or medical advice. Foods rich in vitamin B1, such as whole grains, legumes, and certain meats, may be reduced or eliminated without realizing the long-term impact. Medications also play a significant role. Common drugs used by seniors, including diuretics, heart medications, and some diabetes treatments, can increase the loss of vitamin B1 through urine. Over time, this constant loss can lead to deficiency, even if intake appears adequate. Alcohol use, even at moderate levels, can further worsen the problem. Alcohol interferes with thiamine absorption and storage. Seniors who drink occasionally may not consider this a risk, but aging bodies are less able to compensate for these losses. Chronic health conditions add another layer of risk. Conditions such as diabetes, heart disease, and gastrointestinal disorders increase the body's demand for vitamin B1. When demand rises and intake remains the same, deficiency becomes more likely. What makes vitamin B1 deficiency especially dangerous is how quietly it develops. Early symptoms are subtle and often dismissed as normal aging: mild fatigue, leg weakness, balance problems, or occasional numbness in the feet. Because these symptoms don't appear severe at first, many seniors delay seeking help. By the time nerve symptoms become obvious, damage may already be progressing. Unlike some nutrients that are stored in large amounts, vitamin B1 has limited storage in the body. This means deficiency can develop within weeks or months, especially during periods of illness, stress, or reduced appetite. Another overlooked issue is that vitamin B1 needs increase with age. As muscles weaken and nerve signaling slows, the body requires more thiamine to maintain normal function. Yet intake often stays the same or decreases. This mismatch between need and intake explains why vitamin B1 deficiency is far more common in seniors than in younger adults. Many people assume nerve problems, leg weakness, or poor balance are inevitable parts of aging. But in some cases, these issues are linked to correctable nutrient deficiencies. Understanding why vitamin B1 deficiency happens is the first step. Recognizing it early can help seniors protect nerve health, mobility, and independence. In the next part, I'll explain the warning signs of vitamin B, one deficiency that seniors should never ignore, especially the symptoms that affect legs, feet, and balance. Vitamin B1 deficiency rarely announces itself loudly at first. Instead, it shows up through small changes that many seniors dismiss as normal aging. One of the earliest signs is leg weakness. Seniors may notice their legs feel heavy, tired, or less responsive, especially when walking or climbing stairs. This happens because vitamin B1 is essential for nerve signals that tell muscles when and how to move. Another common symptom is poor balance. Older adults may feel unsteady, sway when standing, or hesitate before taking steps. These balance issues increase the risk of falls, which can have serious consequences after age 60. Numbness and tingling in the feet are also key warning signs. Some seniors describe a pins and needles sensation, burning feelings, or reduced sensation in their toes. This occurs when peripheral nerves don't receive enough vitamin B1 to function properly. Fatigue is another symptom that's often misunderstood. Vitamin B1 helps convert food into energy. When levels are low, even simple daily activities can feel exhausting. Seniors may feel drained despite adequate sleep. Changes in walking patterns can also develop. Shorter steps, shuffling, or difficulty lifting the feet may appear gradually. These gait changes are not always caused by joint problems. They can stem from nerve dysfunction related to thiamine deficiency. Cognitive symptoms may appear as well. Seniors may experience confusion, slower thinking, or difficulty concentrating. While severe cognitive changes are uncommon early on, mild mental fog can be an early clue. Muscle cramps or soreness, especially in the legs, may occur. Without proper nerve signaling, muscles may not relax and contract smoothly. What makes these symptoms dangerous is how easily they're ignored. Many seniors assume weakness, numbness, or balance problems are just part of getting older. But when these symptoms appear together, leg weakness, numb feet, fatigue, and balance issues, vitamin B1 deficiency should be considered. Another red flag is worsening symptoms over time. If walking becomes more difficult month by month or numbness spreads upward from the feet, this suggests progressive nerve involvement. The good news is that early vitamin B1 deficiency is often reversible. When addressed promptly, nerve function may improve and symptoms can lessen. However, delayed treatment can lead to lasting nerve damage. This is why recognizing early signs matters so much for seniors. It's also important to understand that vitamin B1 deficiency does not usually show up on routine blood tests unless specifically checked. This means many cases go undiagnosed unless symptoms prompt further evaluation. Seniors should not ignore changes in mobility, balance, or sensation. These are not just quality of life issues, they are warning signals from the nervous system. In the next part, I'll explain what happens when vitamin B1 deficiency goes untreated and why nerve damage becomes harder to reverse over time. When vitamin B1 deficiency is not recognized early, the effects can slowly become more serious, especially in older adults. At first, nerve signals begin to weaken. Messages from the brain to the muscles travel more slowly, which worsens leg weakness and balance problems. Walking becomes more difficult, and the risk of falls increases. Over time, peripheral neuropathy may develop. This condition affects the nerves in the legs and feet, causing persistent numbness, burning sensations, pain, or loss of sensation. Seniors may not feel the ground properly, making walking unsafe. As nerve damage progresses, muscles can begin to shrink. This happens because nerves are no longer sending strong signals to keep muscles active. Muscle loss further reduces strength and stability. Vitamin B1 deficiency can also affect the heart. Thiamine is essential for heart muscle function. When levels are low, the heart may struggle to pump efficiently, leading to shortness of breath, swelling in the legs, or irregular heart rhythms. Cognitive function may decline as well. In more advanced deficiency, confusion, memory problems, and slowed thinking can appear. These symptoms are sometimes mistaken for early dementia, delaying proper treatment. Another serious concern is loss of independence. As mobility worsens, seniors may avoid walking, reduce activity, and become more sedentary. This accelerates physical decline and increases the risk of complications such as blood clots and muscle weakness. One of the most dangerous aspects of untreated vitamin B1 deficiency is that nerve damage can become permanent. While early symptoms may improve with treatment, long-standing deficiency may lead to lasting nerve impairment. This is why timing matters. The longer nerves are deprived of vitamin B1, the harder it is for them to recover fully. Seniors have less nerve regeneration capacity than younger adults, making early action especially important. Another issue is misdiagnosis. Because symptoms develop gradually, vitamin B1 deficiency is often mistaken for arthritis, aging, spinal problems, or circulation issues. Treatment focuses on the wrong cause while nerve damage continues. Hospitalization or illness can worsen deficiency rapidly. Periods of stress, infection, or surgery increase the body's demand for vitamin B1. Seniors with borderline levels can deteriorate quickly under these conditions. This explains why some older adults experience sudden worsening of weakness or confusion after illness. The underlying deficiency becomes unmasked. The good news is that vitamin B1 deficiency is preventable and often treatable when caught early. Awareness is the key. Seniors should not wait until symptoms are severe. Addressing vitamin B1 levels early may help preserve nerve function, mobility, and quality of life. In the next part, I'll explain which seniors are most at risk for vitamin B1 deficiency and why certain medications and conditions increase the danger. Not all seniors face the same risk of vitamin B1 deficiency. Some older adults are far more vulnerable than others, especially when certain health conditions, medications, or lifestyle factors are involved. One of the highest risk groups is seniors with diabetes. Diabetes increases the loss of vitamin B1 through urine and raises the body's demand for thiamine. Over time, this creates a perfect setup for deficiency, especially in those with long-standing blood sugar issues. Seniors taking diuretics, often prescribed for blood pressure or heart failure, are also at high risk. These medications increase fluid loss, which can flush vitamin B1 out of the body faster than it can be replaced. Heart disease itself is another risk factor. The heart requires a steady supply of vitamin B1 to function properly. Seniors with heart conditions may have higher needs, yet many are never evaluated for thiamine levels. Older adults with digestive issues face additional challenges. Conditions such as chronic gastritis, acid reflux, or previous stomach surgery can reduce nutrient absorption. Even with a decent diet, vitamin B1 may not be absorbed efficiently. Alcohol use remains a significant but often overlooked factor. Even moderate drinking can interfere with vitamin B1 absorption and storage, especially in aging bodies that already absorb nutrients less efficiently. Seniors who eat very restricted diets are also vulnerable. Low-calorie diets, highly processed foods, or avoidance of whole grains and proteins can drastically reduce vitamin B1 intake without obvious warning signs. Another high-risk group includes seniors recovering from illness, surgery, or hospitalization. During these periods, the body's demand for vitamin B1 rises sharply. If intake doesn't increase to match this demand, deficiency can develop quickly. Social factors matter as well. Seniors living alone, struggling with appetite loss, or dealing with depression may eat less regularly, increasing the risk of hidden deficiencies. Age itself compounds all of these risks. As the body ages, it becomes less efficient at storing and recycling vitamin B1. This means older adults can become deficient faster than younger people under the same conditions. What makes this especially concerning is that many high-risk seniors are never screened for vitamin B1 deficiency. Symptoms are often attributed to aging, neuropathy, or chronic disease rather than a correctable nutrient issue. Recognizing risk factors is critical because prevention is far easier than reversing nerve damage. If you or someone you care for falls into one or more of these risk groups, vitamin B1 deficiency should at least be considered. In the next part, I'll explain how seniors can think about vitamin B1 safely and practically what questions to ask, what mistakes to avoid, and how to protect nerve health as you age. For seniors, dealing with vitamin B1 deficiency is not about guessing or jumping into supplements without thought. It's about understanding how vitamin B1 fits into aging health and approaching it carefully. The first step is awareness. If you're over 60 and experiencing leg weakness, balance problems, numb feet, or unexplained fatigue, vitamin B1 should be part of the conversation, especially if other causes have already been ruled out. The next step is looking at the bigger picture. Vitamin B1 works closely with the nervous system and muscles. That means seniors should not focus on symptoms alone, but consider overall health, medications, and diet. Diet is a good place to start. Vitamin B1 is found in whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, and certain meats. However, many seniors eat less overall or rely heavily on refined foods, which contain very little thiamine. While improving diet is helpful, it may not be enough for everyone, especially seniors with absorption issues or higher needs. This is where medical guidance matters. Instead of asking, "Should I take vitamin B1?" a better question for seniors is, "I'm having nerve imbalance symptoms. Could vitamin B1 deficiency be part of this?" That shifts the focus from supplements to causes. Another important point is dosage and consistency. Vitamin B1 is water-soluble, meaning excess amounts are not stored in large quantities. This makes deficiency easier to develop, but it also means the body responds relatively quickly when levels are corrected. However, seniors should avoid frequent changes or combining multiple supplements without understanding interactions. More is not always better. Vitamin B1 should support nerve function, not overwhelm the system with unnecessary combinations. It's also important to understand that improvement may take time. Some symptoms, like fatigue or mild weakness, may improve relatively quickly. Nerve-related symptoms, such as numbness or balance issues, may take longer, and recovery depends on how long the deficiency was present. This is why early recognition matters so much. Seniors should also pay attention to changes during illness or stress. Periods of infection, hospitalization, or poor appetite can rapidly worsen vitamin B1 levels. Being aware of this risk helps prevent sudden declines. Finally, seniors should remember that vitamin needs change with age. What worked at 50 may not be enough at 70. Reevaluating nutrition and supplements periodically is part of healthy aging, not a sign of weakness. Vitamin B1 deficiency is often overlooked, but it is not rare. By thinking about it calmly, Practically, and with the right guidance, seniors can protect nerve health, mobility, and independence. In the final part, I'll summarize the key takeaways about vitamin B1 and help you walk away with clarity instead of confusion.